How many of you want the promises of God to become a reality in your life? How many of you want the promises of God to become a reality in your life? Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna, and that's what we want to impart into your spirit, your walk, the balance of your day today. The promises of God are rated X. How about that? The promises of God are rated X. Well, that's what we're going to get into in just a half a second or so. Greet a couple of people, 5 minutes or less. I'm going to give you the word, the text to talk, and the takeaway. You already know. Good morning, Gloria. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Pamela. How are you on this morning? Angela, how are you on this morning? How was the cruise? I hope it was wonderful. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Carolyn, how are you? Where you been, Carolyn? Haven't seen you in a minute, or maybe I've just missed. Maybe I've just missed. So many of you can't see everybody at the same time. Good morning, Lena. How are you? Diane, how are you on this morning? You're looking at the title. This morning is rated X. It's rated X. Now, if you ain't ready, you can go ahead and stop watching right now. But the rest of us got to get this morning message that God has placed on my heart on this morning, without a doubt. Good morning, Gloria. How are you on this morning, Shajil? How are you on this morning? What a wonderful, awesome morning it is. Good morning, Yvonne. How are you? I'm already got a word for you all on this morning. Good morning, Erica. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. This morning, rated X. This morning, the promises of God are rated X. How about that? You ready to go? 5 minutes or less. Share it right now. Don't even wait. Don't wait. Got a word for you on this morning. The text is Luke 18:1 through 8. Now, we're only going to read just a snippet of that. Luke 18:1 through 8. You already know what this is. It is the story of the woman who is going after something. She says, you know what? The promises of God are on my life. I'm seeking justice. And she goes after it. Here is a part of that portion of that text. Though I neither, the judge talking, remember, she's going to the judge's house. She's going after the judge. And she says this. The judge says this, though I neither fear God, judge talking, nor respect men, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will give her justice. Because this widow, Jesus tells this story now. Jesus tells this story. Because this widow keeps bothering me, I'm going to give her what she wants. There's a promise, and evidently she's not going to stop until she gets it. Here are the three things I want you to grab with respect to the promises of God are rated X. Number one is, in order to get the promises of God, it has to be extra prayers. They got to be extra prayers. You just can't just say, okay, I'm going to pray and quit. I know some teach that. Some say, well, you know what? Pray, speak the word over it. Don't go back to it. I say this with prayer, supplication, with thanksgiving. There are times when you are praying for something and it hasn't come through, add the thanksgiving to it. With prayer, supplications, with thanksgiving, make your requests known. Jesus tells the story of the woman that is persistent, who is praying repeatedly. I see nothing wrong as long as you're not making a big deal of everybody watching you. I am repeating it many times. The repeated prayers are for my strength, not for God's ears. Extra prayers, extra prayers. Does not mean that I doubt. Don't repeat if you start doubting. Repeat because you move from prayer to praise. The second thing is this: extra faith. Extra faith. Remember, she was going after the promise of justice. And she says, you know what? I got to have more faith. It just takes the size of a mustard seed. Remember that. Ask, seek, knock. It's the acronym of the word. Extra prayers, extra faith is rated X. Remember, the third thing is this: extra patience. extra patience. James says that patience must have its perfect work. Tribulation worketh all patience. Be careful. Don't ask for patience. Just have it. Because understand this. Understand this. It's going to take some extra to get the promises. Some promises are not just on the table for you to pick up. It's going to require a rated X approach. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this. Remember this. The promises of God are not pie in the sky, get this, but are obtained through persistence. The promises of God are not pie in the sky. You have to possess them through persistence. That's why they're rated X. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share this, man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll have more morning manna for you tomorrow morning.